which records.
Call to order the St. Lawrence County Industrial Development Agency.
Mr. LeBath,
Here.
Mr. Staples.
Here.
Mr. Blevins,
Here by
Mr.
video.
Mr. Morrell, Mr. Reagan,
Here.
Mr. Hall.
Here.
Mr. McMahon. Yeah,
Is there any public comment? There's no public comment. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the December 2023 meeting?
We do have Andy Gardner from the Watertown Times joining. So we do have public.
We do have public, but he didn't make a comment, right?
I think Richard's just letting them in right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Andy, is there any public comment? None, right? Is he connected? He's still connecting?
Looks like he's out. Okay.
Yeah, he's on.
there now.
Hi, Andy.
Andy? It keeps going up X.
Yeah, I think you're having some connection problems.
It does look like that, yeah.
Should we continue?
Yes.
Just
Okay.
assume he has no comment.
No comment. Motion to approve the minutes of the December 20th meeting.
Move.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Passes unanimously. Financial report,
We do not have one today.
committee reports, audit and finance committee.
Yes, we met earlier today to start the audit process. They're pretty much through the field work here and we'll start writing reports and
It was a successful completion and discussion of the future audit and respectively what has to be completed.
yes.
Any further discussion? Staff report, Patrick Kelly.
If you're up in Messina, the Air Products site has been cleared. I think there was an article in the paper about trying to get the speed limit reduced up on Pontoon Bridge Road where the site is. It is impressive. If you are up that way, up North Main Street. We were up there last week. We're starting the process of meeting with some company officials, talking with the resource people. Just trying to make sure they're aware of all the resources that we have in the county beyond just what the IDA might have to offer. Some quick property updates. You have a lease resolution in front of you for a little later this afternoon for space in this building with BOCES. Lori attended a BOCES needs assessment committee meeting. You want to give them a quick update about what that was?
Sure. What this is the comprehensive local needs assessment. We've built a really great relationship with BOCES over the last few years with doing these business connection events where we bring employers in to see the programs and get better connected with BOCES so that they can use it as a workforce pipeline, to recruit workers. And as part of the advisory committee, there was economic development partners, there was many superintendents from the high schools, the colleges, business reps, students who got together and kind of went through the programs to see where there might be some gaps and some needs that might need to be further developed for employers for like skills needs now and in the future. It was, a really great exercise, for us to be involved in and, to understand if they're on the right track with their programs to make sure that those skills are there for our employers.
And
Basically,
as we move forward, ideally with them as a tenant, that relationship will certainly continue to develop and grow. We're working on some of the lighting in this building, working with National Grid to investigate, hopefully utilize some of their incentive programs to get more efficient, higher quality lighting in this building. It's that time. We're 13 years, 14 years in this
Amazing.
building now, believe it or not. So,
Yeah,
there's a resolution regarding the Messina School of Business PRI project. We anticipate, assuming approval of that, a kickoff of that process later on this week. Lori mentioned some of the BOCES interactions. There was a business connection spotlight on resources event at the Seaway Tech BOCES in Norwood on January 23rd that we attended. There's one March 26th at the Northwest Tech BOCES in Ogdensburg. Lori attended a Fort Drum Career Fair in early February. The heavy equipment operator, clinical medical assistant, and CDLB classes are filling up. We have some ARPA funding helping to fund those classes. The CDLA at SUNY Canton is full through October. So as we have talked about, the relationship between what we do in economic development and workforce is continuing to converge, and we're really active in trying to help get some training programs moving and get the skill development ongoing within the workforce. March 13th, Lori and Bob Offeld are going to be attending the Gateways to Careers event at SUNY Canton, again, connecting workforce with employment opportunities. Bob is going to attend the Quebec, New York Transportation Rendezvous in Plattsburgh on March 19th. And we submitted an Adirondack Smart Growth Grant for an electronic messaging center it was a $61,000 application that we submitted earlier this month. I'd like to thank board member Mr. Hall for significant technical help with that application. John Pinkerton did the work on our behalf. We expect to hear an answer, John.
End of April, beginning of May.
End of April, beginning of May, and the gist of the application was an electronic sign, better messaging as people come into Star Lake at the town of Fine municipal building. So we'll let you know if that goes forward. We're hopeful. Reminder, annual financial disclosures and board evaluation forms are due. I think I saw some that were handed in already. Have to point out the chairman's was the first one here, so you have a tough act to follow. Annual Paris reporting and pilot billing is going on right now. We have about 100 projects that we report on through the Paris reporting system to the comptroller and the authority's budget office. So active loans to the LDCs, IDA projects. The staff work together to send out information sheets for project updates. Then we follow up with them. Lori, we've received probably 90% of what we sent out. The response has been good. That becomes the building block information for these annual reports that we submit, which you'll be hearing more about next meeting. I want to point out, in terms of pilot billing, so for the pilots that we administer and bill on behalf of the municipalities, for this year, in January, we send out the pilot bills, they come in February, and then we distribute the pilot payments to the taxing jurisdictions. I want to point out that this year, we sent out $483,254 worth of pilot bills to our projects across the county. The money has been paid to us, and we are now, we have maybe
Where'd the money come from?
comes from the different projects. So whether it's the solar projects, we have tenants in some of the buildings, the Quarry Road project in Potsdam. The breakdown, the money comes to us and then it goes to the taxing jurisdictions on a pro rata basis, just as if they were tax payments. We don't keep any of the pilot money. It has to go back out. I think every project has paid their pilots, except we're waiting for one.
One is en route.
They're due at the end of the month. But
It's in the mail.
the breakdown.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
The breakdown, the county will receive $127,000. The towns will receive about $67,000. There's a village that's gonna receive a little over 15,000, and the school districts will receive 272,000. And this is all revenue above and beyond what the base underlying properties pay.
But those money come from the projects,
Correct,
so the county needs that money from the job we do here at the idea.
correct. Yep, the county, the towns, the school districts.
And we go through the process, collect all the money and disperse all the money and get no fee for that.
The funds will increase over time, for a couple of reasons. Sometimes with the solar projects, they have a 2% escalator, and then other projects that are based on our traditional pilot, 5 years with no payment, 5 years with 50% payment. Obviously, those payments increase over time. And these just include the ones that we bill ourselves. So some of them are billed directly by the taxing jurisdictions, which is also in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Do we have a yearly total that we can send to the board? To show the board it's just not the jobs we create, but here's the revenue we've created by the projects we get into?
Yes,
We do give them that, right?
And they will get a letter with the check as well.
yep,
Would you give that to us?
yes, yeah, that'll be next, what we're doing, this is all part of our annual reporting process. This is just a,
Does that include the ones that
Snapshot.
the individual districts collect themselves?
yes, we will, that will be wrapped up into,
Into
To me,
that.
that's pretty important, not just the job, great protect, but the revenue we're generating for the taxpayers in the county.
I agree.
And I think it's important to stress that the properties themselves still pay
Yeah, it's
the
above
same
and beyond.
taxes they would have been. But if not for these projects that we've assisted with, this is,
Additional.
$483,000. On top of that, because a lot of people think that, the property stops paying taxes somehow.
Pilot is free, they think.
Yeah, and and I think the, $127,000 to the county, county gives us some money. We're generating money back to the county, and I don't think they always realize, that they're getting a pretty good bang for their buck with the money that they invest with us.
And what we will do is in the annual report, we'll combine all the pilot payments, the ones we bill, the ones that the jurisdictions bill, and we'll make that a highlight. And then we'll share that with you next meeting.
Share it with him.
With all of you.
Well, I know, but him,
Well,
he's on
yes.
the legislature.
Well, when we send these reports, they go to the other legislators, co-delivered by us and Mr. Reagan.
Good.
Governance committee meeting will be needed in March for members, Blevins, Labath and Hall, just be aware of that. Steve Morrow was reappointed for another 3-year term unanimously.
Just a point on Morrow. He's a hell of a basketball coach.
Yeah,
I didn't know that till I saw it on television. He does a hell of a job on them kids.
he does. State.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Gosh, I didn't realize that. You'd never think he was a coach sitting here. No, really, I
Yeah,
was
he's
impressed with
quiet
that
and-
presentation on TV.
Yes, probably has a low key style with him.
He does, that's what it is.
You
Like
have,
me.
we are part of the Delmarva Correctional Facility, Riverview Correctional Facility Task Force that is working to advocate to keep those facilities in operation. We have, as part of that task force, created a talking point sheet. More.
You created this?
Yes.
That's useless.
Well, thank you.
I'll tell you why, it's too long. Who the hell's gonna go through all
Bernie,
that?
I'm,
Who's gonna listen that long? You gotta come up with bang, bang, bang.
this
It
is,
saves jobs, we need the money, that's what it's about, jobs.
That will be highlighted, but sometimes.
No, really, you ask, where would I go with this?
this is,
Chamber of Commerce?
the point of this is for the municipalities, what we're trying to do is structure.
No, I don't, miss, I'm joking with you.
I get it.
But it is too long for us to make any kind of a presentation.
It's meant for.
But someone making a presentation would take points from this to use, not all of them.
Where's the time to do this?
Well, actually, Jim's the chairman, so any criticism.
No,
I tried to tell him it's too
I
long.
know Ernie doesn't mean the criticism toward me.
no, absolutely not,
I
Jim.
defer to the chairman of the group. Anything to add about the group's efforts?
We've brought together reps from, the Ogdensburg area and the Governor area. We're hoping to have another, we had a general get acquainted meeting, recently. We're hoping to bring some of our state legislative, folks in, to hear from them and to share our thoughts with them. And, we're also expanding, to the union, folks that, we tend to partner with to let them know that we're gonna be fighting alongside them to protect their jobs and advocate for them, so.
Now, let me understand this.
I'll tell you, Jim.
There's two
Go ahead.
prisons in the Gouverneur area and one in Ogdensburg. Is that correct? Open?
There is one in Gouverneur,
Gouverneur.
there's one in Gouverneur, there's one in Ogdensburg. And we lost the other one in Ogdensburg.
There's one and one?
Yes.
Okay. I apologize. Thank you.
Okay,
Correct.
okay, as the chair, I'm willing to.
We'll draw that out in the improved version.
Here's my point, if making a speech, this, and this would be your case.
The box in.
The boxed in would be your case.
Which to Patrick's credit, he box.
Yes.
Okay, you want to give him credit? I yield.
He knew those were the highlights.
There's way.
If I was to go before the group, this is what I'd be concentrating on.
That's why they're mocked.
Those are the key points.
I'm chair, I'm sharing,
I appreciate that.
that's right.
Credit.
Should we move on?
New York State Economic Development Council Annual Meeting, May 22nd to the 24th. Anybody interested in attending, please let us know so we reserve a space for you. That is it.
Cooperstown.
So.
Old business. None. New business. We have 5 resolutions. Do I have a motion for which one? Standard workday and reporting resolution? First one. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Discussion.
This is our standard workday. This spells out that we have the 7-hour standard workday for the IDA. And then the work that is done for the local development corporations is above and beyond this. That's clearly written out in our handbook. But this is the resolution that we approve and send to New York State.
Any questions? Call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes unanimously. Motion for resolution to support the continued operation of the New York State Correctional Facilities in St. Lawrence County. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Discussion.
The points in this somewhat lengthy document are boiled into a support resolution here. We've gotten numerous ones of these approved in Ogdensburg, Governor of the county. The Association of Mayors and of Town Supervisors is passing similar ones around, again, trying to just build the baseline of positivity around having this.
You got them approved in Gouverneur?
Yes.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes unanimously. For a motion for the resolution of
So move.
authorizing lease of space in the Canton Industrial Park. In
How long is
in the Ernest J. Labath Industrial Building.
it?
I've heard of it too. To the St. Lawrence Louis Bosti's. We'll speed up the other ones, sir.
How long has this building been named after me?
That's right behind Joe. Stay on
How many years?
13,
You're kidding me. 13 years ago with that,
11.
11, okay.
11 years has gone by that fast.
seems like just yesterday.
Yes, it does. So could we work on this resolution that's been moved
So
and
move, call the question.
seconded? Discussion.
This is for the office space next
Easy.
down the hall here in this building.
In the
mostly
Ernest,
adult-
Ernest J. Labath Industrial.
I wrote this one 3 times, so it's in there.
I bet it's hard to put that in then, huh?
It's a 3-year lease with a 2-year extension option for the tenant. This is the BOCES adult and workforce career development staff. Subject to state education approval on their end, to be aware of that, but it's.
And I would say a couple of things. First, I think it was a vacant space and I think we got a reasonable per square footage of value for it. And also, I think in the future, what Patrick and staff have done is we're going to have a more significant and therefore greater connection with them. They may be able to use more of our facilities. Is that correct?
Great.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes unanimously. Motion for resolution authorizing agreement with the Oberton
So moved.
Courier for the Messina School of Business DRI project. Been moved and seconded. discussion.
We did an RFP, Albertine and Courier was a respondent. We recommend going forward with this. They will provide architecture and engineering services for the demolition of the back part of the Messina School of Business and the rehabilitation of the facade on the front part facing Main Street. We've talked about this project numerous times. It's funded through the DRI process. The village will owns the property and will maintain it at the end of the project completion, but we are doing the project management and oversight and funding.
And Messina's happy about this. They're getting
Yeah.
torn down or
Yes,
taking apart a building
Yep.
that's an eyesore.
yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Resolution authorizing
We'll
allocation
move.
to the St. Lawrence County American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, the Economic Development and Tourism Funding. Motion.
I would recommend you move to executive session. Your finance applicants.
Do we have a list of applicants?
I'd like to go to executive session relative to the privacy of the matter with the applicants. Last. Are we okay? We're now out of executive session?
Yes.
Patrick?
Just a point of clarity, the executive session included discussions on proposed pending or current litigation, the financial credit or employment history of individuals or corporation, proposed acquisition, sale, or lease of real property, and personnel matters. Longer executive session with more topics than we initially indicated.
What was the last resolution we authorized?
The ARPA award.
ARPA.
We are ready to,
We're out of executive session, right?
and we are ready to adjourn?
Ready to vote.
We got to vote on it.
I move
Yeah,
the
vote.
question.
Second.
What is the question?
Have a first-
Do you, yes or no on ARPA?
On the ARPA, did you have a first?
I don't know.
Well,
Chairman?
At the Reagan,
Right.
yeah.
Feels cool.
Okay,
But
Mr.
did.
Chairman, I am going to,
Back into.
Yeah.
other session, so.
right.
That was.
So first, I call the vote. The vote has been called. All in favor?
I think she's asking, did we get out of executive?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Right?
Chairman?
We did get out of executive session. Yes, yes.
Okay.
What happened?
I moved to adjourn. I moved to adjourn.
I accept that adjournment.
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
I think Lynn's trying to make a point.
Yes,
I would appreciate on the last vote, if you would put me down as abstaining because I cannot vote due to a personal matter with one of the applicants.
right. And we mentioned that in the regular meeting and we realized that you didn't vote.
Okay, that's what I'm
Yes,
making sure
yes,
it's
that
on
we
the
did.
record.
Patrick brought that up.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And we have 3 more meetings.
Yep.